I hope this isn't too choppy. I really do. Because if so, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ooh, got a new follower. Period. Mm-mm. Who the fuck is it? Who is this? Somebody that's mutuals with me. Why does this person have so many mutuals as me? Bro, somebody just followed me on a spam account, and I'm like, this gotta be somebody from the college I used to go to. Cause why do they have so many mutuals from that college? Nah, bro. Who the fuck is this? Who is this? Hmm. I'm not liking this. Hi. All right. Sorry, guys. I had to figure out who the fuck that was because I'm like, who the fuck? Who the fuck is this following my Instagram? Y'all go follow my Insta if y'all haven't already. This is my Instagram because my Insta's been blowing up a little bit. Like I'm capping. It's been blowing up like 2 followers or whatever. Yes, y'all, we got the natural hair out. This is what was hiding underneath. Um, as soon as I ended the live, y'all, I ripped that shit off. Like I sure motherfucking did. I sure did rip my wig off. Like what? Sometimes I just get overstimulated, like to the fucking max. Okay, but before we get into a little sip of chocolate, I have my own little sip of chocolate to tell y'all. Okay, so we do actually have hot chocolate here. I can't really show y'all. Well, yeah, I can if I tip it over. Yeah, we got some hot chocolate here. Your hair is growing so much for real. I mean, I thought it was growing, but like, I'm me, and so I look at my hair every day. So I don't know. I thought I was like being a little bit dramatic, but no. Mm. My hair's actually growing. So we have the first time. Okay, so let's get into it. So I have some news. Me and the guy in the past email I sent are now in a relationship. Wait a minute. Who are you again? I'm sorry. You have to recap. We can't just you can't pick up where you left off around here, girl. We need a recap. The Italian Jewish guy. Hold on. Sister. I know this is not the one that slept with your man. I mean, that slept with your cousin. Is that the one that slept with your cousin? Sister. Girl, what the is this the one that slept with your cousin? He's my first boyfriend, so I'm very excited. I think that was a different story. I'm getting mixed up. I'm so confused. You need to do a recap. So I'm very excited. It's been 6 days. It's been official, and he wants to start trying to be intimate. Not necessarily penetration, but other stuff. What should I expect or be prepared for? First of all, before we get into it, okay, to be honest, I'm very scared about going down on him and accidentally biting him or something. Girl, he'll be all right. I've been a man down there before. Like, it happens. I did it on purpose, though. Um, like, how does one give head? So, first of all, don't do something that you're uncomfortable with. I don't know if you're ready. Are you ready? That's the first question. Do not let his wants and his desires dictate how the relationship goes. If you're not ready to get to that point, let him know, hey, sis, like, yes, I sure did. Because the shit that he was doing, y'all, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. I'm going to tell you something. If I tell y'all the full story, I'm never wrong, okay? I'm never wrong. Y'all gonna be like, girl, you're not wrong. Like, girl, he deserved it. Anywho, if you're not ready to get to that point with somebody, don't do it. Don't let his wants dictate how you move. Okay? Stand firm on your boundaries. Because if it's one thing I regret letting somebody else kind of pressure me into doing things earlier than I wanted to do them. Okay? So let him know, hey, like, give me a couple more months. And, like, I say if you're cool with kissing right now, start small. You don't have to jump into, like, foreplay, because that's what you're talking about, foreplay. Maybe just start kissing, fondling, you know what I mean? Fondling. Y'all don't have to jump straight into it like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you're ready, if you truly believe, like, and let me tell you something, you're ready when it's like, okay, regardless of the person or regardless of what they want, you still want that outcome, right? So regardless of whether your boyfriend wants to do it or not, you still want to engage in that type of activity. Okay. Now, my tips for giving head. Bitch, I have none. I don't like to give head. Sorry. You came to the wrong girl. You came to the wrong person for that. But look, if you guys have any tips for, giving sloppy toppy, let the girl know, okay, we're grown around here. Okay. I hope we are grown, because I hope there's no 10-year-olds on here. Sorry. If there is, you gotta go. I always say my channel's not for kids. So anybody that got tips for her, let your girl know. I don't have any tips. I'm sorry. I don't have any tips. My mouth is small and it hurts after 2 minutes of doing it. So I give up real quick. Like, I don't got time for that. Sorry. Sorry. I'm not sucking all the popsicle. I'm not doing that shit. That shit's not enjoyable for me, like, at all. I'm not opposed to doing it. It just have to be the right guy. It would have to be the right guy for me to want to do that. So yeah. All I can say is use your tools. Use your tools to your advantage, okay? Use whatever else. I hope this caller is 18 and over. Yeah, it's giving 18 and over. Yeah, sister, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, you need to watch a video. That's what I used to do. I used to search up videos and listen. That's your issue right there. First of all, the experience needs to be like, I'm not gonna give you no tips. You want to know why I'm not gonna give you no fuck ass tips? Because the experience needs to be enjoyable for you as well. He should not be the primary focus. Okay, you deserve pleasure as well, and so make sure that you're getting, you know what I mean. Make sure you're getting your rocks off as well. Like, fuck him, girl. He better know how to eat the cat. Okay, because it's easy to make a man, you know what I mean, explode. It's easy. It's easy. If you have that sex appeal and he's attracted to you, it's easy. Okay. He better know how to eat the cat. Ain't nobody worried about sucking D over here. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sis. You better focus on you. That's what I'm saying. Number one, make sure that this is something you genuinely want to experience. And number two, he should not be the primary focus. Make sure that you are experiencing pleasure as well. That's my number one biggest regret looking back on my past sexual experiences. I made the other person, the man, the primary focus of the experience. Like, literally, I felt like I was putting on a show instead of actually enjoying and being in the moment. All right, so that's my advice. Thank you. Next. Sips of chocolate, fractured fairy tale narrative writing. Hold on, sister. You were sorry, sister. I'm sorry. I don't know if I can read this right. You wrote a whole essay. Let me see if there's anybody else. Okay, there is somebody else. Okay. Capra hoe. I'm not joking, y'all. That was the first word. Capra hoe. Capricorn is an ex fat guy. Okay, he's your fat guy. I mean, he's your ex who's fat. Okay. This is important. We met at an event in May. He offered to drive me back home and we hugged. The vibes were good and he seemed like a good guy with a good head on his shoulders. Every week we call and gossip about any and everything. I love a man you could gossip with. I come to think of him as a close friend. I go over to his place every now and then. Nothing happens but hugs and good vibes. Okay, cool. So it's like your male best friend. Now, one day he makes sexual jokes and asks me what I'm into. This is why I don't befriend men. I'm sorry. This is why I don't befriend men. It's either we're dating, we're talking, or we're not doing anything at all. Because every time I befriend a guy, it's always this or, oh, I have to tell you something. No, no. Did I ever told y'all that before? Like one time a guy confessed to me, a guy best friend or a guy friend, he confessed to me and I literally acted like I didn't hear him. I said, huh? And I just walked away. I'm not joking, but that was in middle school. Anywho, the younger me, man. Now, one day he makes sexual jokes and asks me what I'm into. He's checking your temperature. I thought normal, we're friends. Nah, sister. He's checking your temperature. I never really had a guy friend, but it's been established that sex was off the table. Okay, so you let him know. You let him know you're not into it. The huh is classic. Yes, girl. I said, huh? What did you say? Huh? Bitch. I walked away. I pretended like I was busy. I was like, I think I gotta go home now. I literally walked the opposite way. Mind you, my home is in that direction, but I said, until that summer afternoon, he makes obvious advances. I tried, but one look in his eyes and I couldn't. What? He takes rejection well. We still talk, but it's weird now. He senses my change in attitude. Calls me one day to tell me, yeah, if you want me to come, wait, what? He calls me one day to tell me, yeah, if you want me to help you with anything, please do call me. But don't take too long to ask, okay? This nigga desperate. He thirsty. When I asked what type of relationship it would get, he says in a normal tone, a friends with benefits, of course. I'm about to give you my advice, but hold on. This man is solo poly. Solo poly? What the fuck does that mean? I'm sorry, y'all. The alphabet community be confusing me. What is solo poly? Like he's in a poly situation, but he's so basically he's a hoe. I'm sorry. Like let's call a thing a thing. Let's stop making up these names. You're a hoe. So you fuck around with different people and you're not tied to nobody. Solo polyamory is a form of polyamory where individuals prioritize their own autonomy and independence. What did I say? What did I say, y'all? Solo polyamory is a form of polyamory where individuals prioritize their own autonomy and independence, often not by cohabitating or sharing finances with partners, but still engaging in multiple loving and meaningful intimate relationships. So you're a hoe. Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, y'all. Let me take a sip. What? Like, nigga be saying anything. What? Like, this is worse than polyamory. At least with polyamory, they're actually in multiple situations. Like, they're in multiple committed relationships. You're just a hoe. You just fucking around. Like, you having your cake and you're eating it too. That's what you're doing. I can't take this shit serious. Stop making up names, y'all. He might give you something. Yeah. Yeah, but definitely don't mess with. He is solo poly. He has one main chick right now and had to drop four other trick. Hold on. He has one main chick right now and had to drop four other chicks from May to August because it's draining me. Well, duh. This is why people stay in one committed relationship because having multiple partners is draining. Y'all cannot convince me that polyamory is having a blast. Like, no, bitch. One relationship is hard enough. Imagine like four people in a relationship. Like, duh. Stop being a hoe. Like, that's the simple answer. Meanwhile, he also sleeps with other women. Great for him, but not my thing. He's the type of man that trash women when they don't perform for him, you know? He's against marriage and hates his mom. Oh, hell no. He's an incel. He's an incel. Oh, hell no. He's against marriage and hates his mom. That explains it, girl. You could have ended the story at this guy hates his mom. Imagine four, where are you at? It's like, oh, girl, I can't imagine. That shit would give me a headache. Everybody would have been blocked. I could not ask shit, obviously, and he ends up popping veins because I wouldn't answer his text fast enough. Oh, hell no. So he's aggressive. How I'm never doing the effort to contact first. Do you have, let me ask this nigga what's in between his legs and ask him why the fuck he expects you to put in all the legwork in the connection in y'all friendship. He's treating this like a situationship. He's not treating this like a friendship because to him, friendships are situationships because he's solo poly, right? He's doing whatever he wants in his own autonomy. He's only focused on himself. So to him, a friendship is a situationship because that's what he's doing clearly. If he hates his mom, yes, absolutely. If I don't like him anymore, I should just tell him so he can go put his attention elsewhere. Mind you, I have agreed and said, period, poo. I love you. What? I love you. That's some shit I would do. Yes, girl. I was scared reading this. I'm like, oh my gosh, is she finna fall for this dude? I was scared for what you was finna say, sister, but yes. If this emotional outburst wasn't right after I rejected his sexual advances, I might have felt guilty, but I didn't, and I told him to go where he wants since he know what he wants. Sister, you ate that up. What? If this emotion, wait, Capricorn and I stopped communicating. Oh yeah, I forgot he's a Capricorn. Girl, that explained everything. They be selfish as fuck. Capricorn and I stopped communicating since that text exchange, and he just now in October friended and unfollowed me after a full month. Typing subliminals on his page like a bitch. He's an incel. Y'all, these men are so clear in their fucker. They truly are. This is an incel, girl. He doesn't respect women at all. If he's willing to risk other women's pH balance by fucking with multiple women at the same time, because best to believe he was fucking with more than four. The four was the only ones you knew of. Trust and believe there were some in between those inconsistent ones. Okay, he was having appetizers in the middle of those four-course meals. Okay, um, I asked a tarot reader to read him for me because I didn't think losing a friend would do too. And she confirmed my intuition. He thinks I'm pretty and I take care of myself and I'm spiritual, mature for my age. However, he's been wanting to fuck me since day one. He's just hiding himself. Yeah, girl, you didn't need a reader to tell you that. Like his actions say it loud enough. Like, yeah, very clear, loud and clear. The reader said specifically, he wants to humble you because you're overlooking him for sex and he doesn't like that. She was absolutely right. Now, that's an intuitive, that's not just a tarot reader. You don't just get that from tarot cards. That's an intuitive reader right there. She pulled a download from him. Yep. That's what it is. He's an incel. He's an incel. He doesn't have no respect for women. He feels like women are beneath and he only sees women as a means to satisfy his urges. Simple. You're the type of woman he wants to control and possess. Yes. After that reading, child, I scrubbed him from my heart. Period. And this is why I'm slow to trust. Fuck him. Mind you, we had this convo at some point. I told him I don't tolerate men that play buddy buddy and then ask for sex or want me to date them. I like my men straightforward and honest. And I can't respect guys that do this. I'm journaling, so I remember that quote. Me too, sister. Me too. I don't got time for them childish games either. But you know what? Men like that, when he doesn't respect women, so he didn't respect what you were saying. You were drawing a boundary. He knew full and well he was doing exactly what the fuck you were saying, and he didn't give a fuck. Because men like him, they view it as the long game. He wants to play the long game, see how long he can hold out for until you eventually give in. Very predatory, if I have to say. And despite knowing all this, he still tried to friends with benefits our relationship because he couldn't control his lust. Fuck men, man. Made me a fucking misandrist for the rest of 2025. I'm saying that wrong. Misandrist? What's that? A person who dislikes or despises or has strongly prejudice against men. You know what? Period. Misandrist. Okay. I mean, sister, I don't blame you. Like, I don't blame you. Don't let him dictate your entire view of men. You found like this very niche part of men that just hate women. Like I said, incel. It's giving incel. It's giving he watches those content creators, those podcasters that be like, oh, women are all women are thoughts and women only want men for their money and you got to treat them like thoughts. That's the only way they will respect us. That's giving. I met men like that before. I'm glad you cut him off and I'm glad you didn't get too deep in your feelings with this guy because this wouldn't have ended well at all. But yeah, fuck him. And honestly, be careful with befriending men. I hate saying this, but it's true. A lot of men have already openly admitted to this. They will not befriend women unless they find you attractive and they feel like, okay, she might be down for the cause. Like she might be down to, okay? So be careful when it comes to befriending men. I'm not saying don't befriend them at all, but just make sure that they're befriending you for the right reasons and their intentions are very clear. As soon as you see a red flag, like he showed you red flags in the beginning. As soon as you see those early red flags, cut that bitch off. Cause what do you mean solo poly? You're a hoe. Like, girl, stop adding. Stop. Cut the shit. Okay. Oh shit. Girl, I need you to write more stories. I need you to write more stories because these stories are interesting. Okay. Let's go on to the next story real quick. Whew. I'm into BDSM. That's literally the first. Yo, I kid you not. That's the first. Okay, sister, period. There's a site that's exactly like Facebook for people in the scene to express themselves and meet up, including hookups or paying sessions. Ooh, this is real BDSM. This year, I met a Romanian guy. Ooh, hold on, sister. It's exotic. He was cute, boyish but cute. I like a boyish kind of dude. I like it. Boyish but still mature, if you know what I'm trying to say. We were never meant to be serious or anything hardcore kinky. It was regular intercourse. First time was fire. Second time I was on my period and the condom wasn't comfy. Y'all be doing it on y'all periods? I'm sorry, my period is a scarce time for me. And I think it's because I be hurting so damn bad and I'm like super nauseous and shit. So yeah, I can't do it on my period. Do y'all do it on y'all period? I can't do it. Like I'm not judging. If I could, maybe I would, but I'd rather wait until like everything's taken care of before I engage in that. But shit, you said you kinky, sister. This is a regular Tuesday for you. Third time happened at his parents' place because they were out of the country. He was home alone. I decided to go overnight for one night behind my parents' back. Since I was moving from mom's to dad's, we do the do and I'm fine. I immediately take my pill, go wash, get my iron, and a can of Coke. Sister, you had the overnight. Girl, you had the sneaky link startup kit, girl. What you mean you took the pill and you got a pack of Coke and you took a what's you got a bath, the pill, and some Coke. Like girl, not the sneaky link startup pack. We only chatted for like 5 minutes. Okay, so this is some real sneaky link. Like y'all not even in a relationship. Y'all just getting straight to the point. First time I cared about anything else but his dick. He snores in his sleep and I barely slept. Ooh, that's and y'all are not in a relationship, so you were definitely annoyed with the snoring. Like it's different when you're with somebody and it's like you could overlook their flaws because you like them. But if you don't have those rose-colored glasses on, ooh, girl. Anyway, I wake up, get washed, get dressed, and tell him I need to catch the train. I try to be appreciative of him hosting me, etc., but he cuts me off and is very dismissive. Yeah, but you're about to miss your train. Anyway, I get on the train all good until it isn't. Turns out I'm allergic to latex. I don't know why I'm about to laugh. I'm sorry. Oh, fun fact, a lot of women are allergic to latex because actually the material that latex is made out of is not really supposed to be in your vajayjay. And from yeah, and from our contact point mid-July and all the way until September began, I'm experiencing extreme eczema peeling on my hands and my feet. Oh, sister, oh my gosh. Don't do this again. Like don't do latex ever again, sister. Oh my gosh. At least you wore protection. By the second week, oh yeah, fuck him, right? I know where he lives anyway. Seriously though, what you think? Um, I'm glad you got your rocks off. Yeah, definitely fuck him. Like he was being dismissive, he was being very rude. But yeah, definitely just giving, one night stand, sneaky link, nothing's too serious. Um, I would say go to the doctor if you haven't already. See what they can do. Even though I'm against the doctors because they overcharge for everything, just it seems like you really do need some type of medical attention because you're breaking out on your hands and your feet. And so I don't think you got anything. I definitely think the allergic reaction is taking a while to settle down, especially since this happened in July and you wrote me this in September. This was 5 days ago. And it's September and you're still experiencing this? I don't know. The way you wrote this, it gives you're still experiencing this. So yeah, go to a doctor and let them know the situation. And I feel like you do need some probiotics to help your system like go back and regulate. You know what I mean? Because once your eczema flares up, it's hard to let it go back down. Like y'all see, I was just going through it with the peeling on my lips. I'm so glad that's finally over. But yeah, my eczema happens, my allergies happens whenever the seasons change. So whenever it goes from like winter to spring, I get really, really bad eczema, and I get very sneezy and stuff like that. My nose leaks a lot, and it happens every time the seasons change. So yeah, just go to the doctor, get you some probiotics to help with your eczema and to help your allergies flare down. And yeah, fuck him. And next time you want to have fun, bring you a latex free. Make sure you're bringing your own because men, they will lie to you. The men will do anything to get a cat. You'll be like, yo, is that latex free? They'll be like, yup. Mind you, latex is all over the shit. So bring your own. Okay. And try doing some research on that, so you can see like what type of things you should go for, what kind of brands are safe for you, so that we don't have to deal with this anymore. Okay. Yeah, those were the stories. Wait a second. I seen the girl from before. Oh, you wrote to me before. Oh shit. Okay, 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 okay. So I never read this reading. Okay, okay, okay. So this is the girl talking about her and the damn. I wish I would have never read it first. Okay, so this was the girl that said her and the Jewish slash white guy are dating now. Okay, so let's get back into it. This is the story she sent me originally. Like I said, you guys, this is visual proof. You guys are seeing firsthand. Sometimes my emails get lost. Sometimes not lost, but it doesn't go in chronological order. So I have to go through and find them. Okay. And I get a lot of emails. Okay. I have a business. I get a lot of emails. So hold on. Ooh, let me take a sip. All right. Let's get into it. So me and this guy have been going on dates. He's the same age as me, 21. Okay, so for anybody that was asking, the girl with her boyfriend, and they're talking about taking the next step, and she wants to know, like, what do they do to something knee? Okay, 21. Okay, cool. She's of age. He's a civil engineering major. Yes, girl, he finna get to that bag. Civil engineer, bitch, he finna get to that bag. Overall, a great guy. He's white, Jewish, Italian. I'm biracial. Mexican, Mesito? What? I'm sorry. I'm mispronouncing that. Mexico, she's okay, Mexican and black. I'm sorry. And I identify as such. When we first met, he told me he attracted a lot of black girls. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I asked him, has he dated any? And he told me he dated a Puerto Rican, but it went nowhere. I also asked for his type, to which he responded with it being skinny, which I am. Let me reread this again. When we first met, he told me he attracted a lot of black girls. I asked him, has he dated any? And he told me he dated a Puerto Rican, but it went nowhere. I also asked for his type, to which he responded with it being skinny, which I am. We talked some more, and I was talking about how different I was treated in Mexico versus the US. He said how tan girls are his type. Okay. I asked him what shade am I to him. In my opinion, I'm a light brown shade. And he said he's not sure if black people are considered tan, but he likes my complexion a lot and that I'm brown and not black. Which is kind of true. I'm biracial after all. He told me when he first saw me, he didn't put me in any category and just saw a cute girl. The girl, that's the only green flag I've been seeing so far. If girl, because if you didn't mention that, I was gonna tear, I'm still gonna tear into his ass, but like, okay. Is that bad? Did anything he said come across as a red flag? Sister, the fact that you're asking me lets me know that your antennas are going up. I'm sorry you're dating this dude already, so I'm a little bit late. But sister, let me write down the red flags I'm noticing so far, okay? Take your book and pencil. Take your book and pencil. I'm going to tell you the red flags because I went through this, right? I'm a Haitian Haitian, okay? Haitian runs through my blood. But if y'all don't know, my dad is mixed with Dominican, so I have little bit of Dominican heritage in me, which could explain some of my features, right? My hair being a little bit of a looser texture, my skin being a little like barely by an inch. I'm like the average black person complexion, right? Maybe not the darkest tone you will see, but I'm borderline making the cut for a brown skin, right? I will say this because I went through it before. I've dated guys that have quote unquote made me their exception to dating black girls, right? Because I've asked those questions too, right? We gotta check the temperature and make sure whatever we're about to dive into is not no bullshit, right? So I've asked guys before, like, hey, what are your types? Have you ever dated a black girl before? And they'll say some shit like no, like, okay, this was back in high school, right? He told me like, no, I never really dated or looked at black girls like that before because they're loud and ghetto. Literally, that's what he told me. Bitch, needless to say, we did not end up dating. And yeah, that went nowhere. Years later, he went back and he tried to, hit me back up and I did not respond. Bitch, fuck out of here. But yeah, it honestly seems like he's making you the exception to dating black girls. I mean, the fact that you asked him verbatim, like, hey, have you ever dated black girls before? And he's talking about, oh, yeah, I dated a Puerto Rican. Now, unless the Puerto Rican was Afro Latina, that does not count. That does not count. So I'm gonna be honest with you. The red flag is the fact that you're coming off like it feels like he's experimenting with you and he's making you the token or the exception to what he normally would not date, right? Which is like, okay, whatever. People have their preferences, right? But a lot of the times when guys are testing things out like this, they don't take us serious, right? When especially when you're dating a guy of another race and they've never really dated anybody of your race, usually they're just experimenting, they're not taking it serious. Maybe in their culture or in their society, dating races that are, akin to blackness are shamed and frowned upon. So I just want to say, like, listen, I'm not going to discourage you from talking to him at all, but please be careful and pay attention to the shit he says about black people and black girls. Okay. And then you asked him for his type and he told you he likes skinny. Little bit of a red flag. I mean, everybody's allowed to have their preference. Honestly, I feel like there's too much of an emphasis on physical attributes, right? Um, for him, like he's too focused on the physical. When you really date somebody, you want to make sure that they're truly loving you for who you are as a person because at the end of the day, looks fade. Looks are not permanent. So, you know, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like, and he's what? White Italian. He's Jewish Italian. I don't know. And then you asked him, and then what did he say? He said he liked tan girls. He said tan girls are his type, right? He admitted he said tan girls are his type. You asked him, okay, so what color do you think I am? Like, how would you categorize me? And he said that you're brown. He said he's not sure if black people are considered tan. First of all, with all due respect, my love, we cannot consider you black. You're biracial. Okay. So, first of all, I would have corrected them right there. Like, respectfully, I have black in me, but I'm biracial. So, it just sounds like he's ignorant. I'm gonna be honest with you. It sounds like he's ignorant. And dating with somebody who is ignorant to your culture, it doesn't matter if it's both sides of you or only one side of you. It's gonna be very, very hard to connect with them on a deeper level because they cannot relate or they cannot find it within themselves to understand and relate to your culture. Okay. But yeah, he told you that you were brown. So I'm confused. Are you fitting his normal type or not? Honestly, it sounds like he kind of took a chance and he's experimenting with you because it doesn't sound like you fit his normal type. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. So yes, that's the red flags. He did tell me most people would see me as black, which I agreed to most people, which I agreed to since most people said I look like my dad. Another thing is he keeps asking me, okay, so he told you that most people would see you as black. Sister, you're the exception. I'm sorry. Probably he thought you were black. He probably thought you were black and he was thinking, oh, you know what? You're pretty for a black girl. Let me take a chance. And then, you told him, oh, by the way, I am mixed. And he was like, oh, yes, so you're not all that bad. You're not full black. You kind of somewhat like my type. It seems like his type. He said tan girls. Tan usually means Hispanic, right? And European, like Blanco, blanc, like that type of white Hispanic. You feel me? Um, Not Morena. What do you call it? Boricua? Yeah, he likes Boricuas. Like he likes J-Lo's is what it's giving. He likes J-Lo's. He likes the girls that play Wednesday. He likes Camila Cabello's. That's what it's giving. I'm gonna be honest with you, sister. It feels like you're not of his normal type, and he's experimenting with you. So listen, I wouldn't say listen. I personally would not recommend you dating this guy because you're gonna find somebody who actually likes you for who you were and is not gonna give a fuck about whether you're black or not. Like the fact that your race is such a huge topic in this conversation lets me know that this is not gonna work out. Whenever a relationship hyper focuses on external things like race, like shit that don't matter, that's how I know it's not gonna last. Like, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Said most people will see you as black, whatever. Another thing is he keeps asking if my family is okay with me dating a white guy, to which I say yes. My parents interracially dated. Duh. Like, why is he asking you that? Like, he asked this, he asked this a second time, and I responded the same. Girl, that's probably because his family, what did you say? He's Jewish and Italian? Probably because his family's not accepting that shit. He told me his family doesn't care if he dates interracially. Okay, sister. I just want to know if this is normal because I've experienced the same while I went on a date with a different white guy. Although that guy was more conservative. Where do you live? This guy's apolitical, which is it common for a white man to ask this? Yeah, it is. Okay. As somebody who's played in the snow before, it is common for that topic to eventually come up because, yeah, even though we're in 2025 and we're still in a very progressive society, people are still adjusting to, interracial dating, which has become more of a topic, right? It's become more common. And so there's still some people who are, they have their preserves about it. They're not all here for it. Let me put down my windows real quick. It's cold as fuck. It's too cold for that shit. So yeah, there's still people that are gonna have their reserves about it, and there's some people who really don't give a fuck, and they're all here for it. So yeah, it is pretty normal for that to be a topic. It possibly even to give him a leg up because I have been getting at him real quick. I've been tearing his ass the fuck up. It means that he's possibly thinking about the future, right? You're not gonna ask if your parents are okay with this unless you're thinking about future long term relationship. I really like this guy. First of all, sister, let me tell you something. You know what? I'm going to save my advice for the end. I really like this guy. He treats me so well. I mentioned how I wouldn't vacation in Italy. Me either. He's Italian because they're hella racist over there. Yup. And he said, we can't be having that. I defend you, and agreed when I said that I would visit somewhere else. Pierre, okay, green flag, green flag. Okay, okay. He ate that little bit up, as you should. If you're dating interracially, you should definitely be down to stand up and support your partner against discrimination. Period. That's the bare minimum. Tuh, as he should. He also does not care that I'm bisexual. I never interracially dated. This makes a lot of sense. Ooh, sister. Ooh, sister. You just started playing in the snow. You got to play in a little bit more. This is the same virgin guy in my last email. Girl, I don't know if I read your last email or not. I'm going to see because I don't remember. Number two. Okay, so you have enough something else, but let me finish this up real quick. Let me wrap this up. First of all, I'm gonna be honest with you. The beginning of this sounded like a chop to me. Like honestly, if I met a guy like that, a white guy like that, I would have cut him off immediately because I've been that girl before. Literally, guy I was dating in high school. I was just talking to him to rebound over my ex, and out of nowhere, he was like, "Yeah, I never really dated black girls before because they're a lot in ghetto." And I was like, "Oh hell no!" So I was his exception. I was his experiment, and it's very uncomfortable because it's like knowing that I'm not your normal type and almost kind of like you have to, how can I say this? Like you have to not force yourself to like me, but you have to adjust to liking me. I don't like that, right? When it comes to interracial dating, I prefer to look to white guys who I'm not saying are like, no, we don't do culture virtuals over here. I'm not gonna date a white guy that acts black. I don't do that. Sorry. Okay, don't do that over here. But I prefer to date white guys who are very open-minded, who are progressive, not conservative, because we don't do right wing over here, who are progressive and somewhat knowledgeable or open-minded to learning about black culture. I don't need you to be wearing do-rags and fucking getting cornrows and shit. Like, no. But I need you to at least be open-minded to what I experience as a black girl and possibly defending me if I do experience discrimination, especially from your own race, right? Yeah, like I'm gonna be honest with you, it sounds like he's experimenting with you. The fact that he's used to dating tan girls, aka hot Latinas, and he thought you were black upon first glance, and then you told him, oh yeah, by the way, I am mixed with Mexican, and he was like, oh, okay, you feel me? Yeah, like I'm gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't necessarily put all my eggs in this basket. Now, yeah, he's saying some right things, like he's thinking about long term, asking if your family would accept him. That's good. And he's saying he would defend you against all of that. That's great. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Explore it. Go have fun. But those antennas, keep them up, okay? Keep your guard up because the fact that he said all of that, like, mm, he's too hyper focused on the physical. There's not enough talking about, oh my gosh, I just love your personality. I love you as a person. Too much focus. I get it. You're interracial dating and you've never done this before, but open your mind up, do not put so much hyper focus on the race. Okay, I know that is a huge part of interracial dating, but think about this, right? And this happens all the time. Interracial couples that hyper focus on their races never last because you're not building a solid foundation for a good relationship. You're building it upon races, right? And really races are just a social construct. If the basis of the relationship is not founded on genuine like compatibility, personality, stuff like that. If it's not founded on genuineness besides race, then it's not going to last long, okay? So, listen, have fun. Okay, I hope you're enjoying your vanilla ice cream. I hope you're enjoying your vanilla ice cream, but keep your antennas up because I don't know, it was some ignorant shit you were saying before. Okay? Like, listen, you're biracial, you're Mexican, and you're black. Both you need to carry both of those things with you, not just the black side, carry your Mexican side as well. Both two very strong, rich cultures, and be proud in that. Don't feel as though that's my other advice when you're dating interracially, because I notice a lot of black girls do this. They kind of date down when they date interracially because black girls are told that we're unwanted, we're told that we're unattractive, this that and the third. No, girl, hottest fucking people I know be black women. Okay, we are some hot tamales. Okay, so you need to carry yourself as such. Okay, them jeans, Them jeans are strong, my love. Like strong as in bitch. You that bitch for real, okay? So stand firm and be proud in both your races. And yeah, make sure that you're finding a guy that can respect that and that is not experimenting with you. I'm not saying you got to be with a guy that's been with like 10 black girls before, but be with a guy that is open and progressive and not conservative at all. Like if next email you talk about, okay, this guy was being conservative with you, no. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't recommend losing your virginity to this guy. I'm gonna be real with you. Like he's said too many things that are overly focused on the physical, like, oh, I like tan girls, you know, my ex was Puerto Rican, this, that, and the third. Like, and what did he say? But it went nowhere. He likes skinny girls. This doesn't make me feel like you should give this man your virginity. When you know what's right, okay, you know it's right to give a man your virginity when you feel safe, when you feel like, okay, he's going to be there for me. He's going to be there to protect me. You want to give a man your virginity when you feel safe. You feel comfort. You feel like, all right, I'm safe here. Like I know he's not going to ghost me one random day like we're locked in, okay? So far, it's a chop for me. Number two, also, my mom has been kind of nosy with me dating. I get how safety is a concern, but I'm worried my mom will get too overboard with it. She likes to dramatize stuff and make it about her, and I'm 21 and I want to have a new experience. Any advice? I'm not gonna lie to you, you do come off as very inexperienced because I was like, wait, you're 21, but this is your first time interracially dating, and it seems like you're surrounded by a lot of white people, so this shouldn't be your first time. So I was confused. And you're like, nothing wrong. You're 21, you're a virgin. Love that for you. But it does come off as inexperience. Set firm boundaries with your mother. Let her know, look, mom, I understand you want the best for me. This is that and the third, but I'm a grown woman now. I'm 21. And I should have experiences that are sacred to me. Not every experience you have to know about or be involved in. I'm my own person now and I'm an adult and I'm going to be treated as such. You just have to set firm boundaries with her because if not, she's a mother, clearly seems a little bit overbearing. She's going to continue to do that. Okay. And this happens a lot with parents who are very like, they shelter their children. They have a hard time adjusting when their child finally ages out of the age where they can control them to now being an adult with full autonomy. So yeah, your mom is just going to have to adjust to the new you. What's a good outfit for a zoo day? Sister, I feel like I'm late because you sent this September 30th. What's a good outfit? A dress. I think a dress, something that you can move around in because you're going to be hiking and shit like that. Well, not hiking, but you're going to be walking. So I think a cute little dress, a long little dress. Oh shit, we're in winter. Okay. Uh a casual fit. You need to be like cute casual, like effortlessly casual. So, no dress if it's too cold for you. I would say like damn y'all. I don't know. Everybody's outfit style is different. I would say some tight fitted clothing and a cute like something to put on top. Hey, where's your cat? Y'all know she's always right here. Y'all see her. She's sleeping. She is so cute. Yeah, you're so cute. Yeah. Girl, I don't know. I was gonna say a dress, but like it's too cold for that. Listen, if you want to wear a skirt, okay, a skirt with like some stockings. Ooh, that would eat like a skirt with some stockings. Like that's cute. That's a cute. I say skirt because like usually when you're in a zoo, you're just walking. You're not doing too much physical like activity or whatever. So it's nice to wear something cute and chill. But if it's too cold, get you some long pants. So some nice fitted jeans with like, I don't know, a cute, like I like me a tight fitted shirt. You know what I mean? A tight fitted shirt, a cute little purse with a cute little like something to hang over your shoulders, like maybe a scarf. Like I don't know, sister. Okay, I can't describe the outfit. I would have to show you it, but trust your gut. Honestly, I'm glad that you're having this experience. Honestly, because you don't have any experience, and even though this guy doesn't seem like he's it, I would still tell you to go and figure, like, give it a shot because you're inexperienced. You need to have this experience, okay? Now, warning, warning, you may get your heart broken. Okay, you may get your heart broken, sis. You may get cheated on. I'm not trying to manifest that for you, but you may get your heart broken. But you know what? Do not be scared. That's what life is about. It is okay to love and have that love broken so you can be loved again. All right? Have fun. You're 21. Get all that experience so you live life with no regrets. And yeah, set firm boundaries with your mother. For real. Oh, okay. So I'm looking back. I'm sorry. I had to look back because she said she sent me a email before talking about the virgin guy. So I think I did read this. She said awkward first kiss. Oh my gosh, girl, you're doing this at the right age, girl. You're 21 and you're having all these experiences. That's so cute. My first kiss was at 16. Oh, I will never forget, y'all. That is a horror story. Like, oh my gosh. So today I had a date, and on this date, I had my first kiss. We both leaned in, and I had my lips pressed together while he was opening and closing his. Yeah, hell yes, I remember. Because I was like, he was trying to go in for a French kiss, and you were trying to do a cute little like birdie kiss. Like you were trying to do a cute little birdie peck, and he wanted a whole French girl. This happened two more times before I spoke up, and I said our pattern wasn't the same. We're both kissless virgins, by the way. Okay, okay, this makes sense. So this was the virgin guy you mentioned. Okay. Yeah, have fun. I'm sorry. Sometimes you got to dive headfirst into some bullshit so that you know to never do it again. So, yeah, have fun with this guy, make some mistakes, laugh, and that's what love is all about. That's what life is all about. You're going to bump your head a few times before you learn your lesson, okay? Because I could tell you till you're blue in the face that this guy is giving very much like, sister, I don't know. I could tell you that till you're blue in the face, but you sometimes you got to do it on your own. Okay, you gotta experience it for yourself. All right, y'all. So that's all the readings that I have for now. Right, right. This live was so awesome. Thank you. Yes, that's all I have for now, you guys. These are all the stories I didn't get to do. So yeah, y'all. If y'all have any more stories or just anything you want advice on, it doesn't have to be anything super traumatic or anything like that. Let your girl know, okay? We started off pretty strong, pretty hot. I had to get a few things off my chest and address someone that I felt like was not telling the full, complete, honest truth, unbiased truth. So I came and I told my side. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's deuces, okay? It's 12 a.m. Y'all know if anything else happens, y'all are gonna see me. I'm gonna update y'all. But yeah, go and send to my email. Send some more stories to my email. Anything that you want to talk about, since we hear a short story. I love short little stories, okay? So if you want something real quick, doesn't have to be anything long or anything like that. Do not be afraid. It's all completely confidential. I do not say no names, as you could tell. Um, yeah. I'm glad y'all enjoy this. For all my marshmallows from the future, y'all are watching this. Comment down below. Tell me what you thought or what advice you have for these people. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm gonna go to sleep. Oh, look at Cinnamon. Hey, Cinnamon. Look, she's scratching her hands on the thing. I hate when you do that. Hi. Did you enjoy it? You were sleeping. Why are you always sleeping? Y'all, she was knocked out back there the entire time. Hi. Scratching her hands on it again. Anyways. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Deuces. Period. Period. Bye.